is Dina Zahira binti Zulkarnain. I'm from class J4BA1171J and my ID number is 2025810402.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Ajin Farisha binti Fathul Ma'arif. My ID matric is 2025295108.
Hi, my name is Naja Zarifah binti Muhammad Nazri. My number ID is 2025858516 from class J.
So, what is compound interest? Okay, compound interest is based on the principal amount which changes from time to time. It's basically interest on interest. Interest earned is compounded or converted into principal and interest earned thereafter. So, let's move on to the question part A, question 1. Okay, Hafiz invested 3,200 in a savings account paying 6% compounded quarterly for 5 years. Find the compound amount and the interest earned at the end of the investment period. So first thing first, we must identify all the keywords and then list down all the information in the questions given. And then we need to know which formula should we use to solve the question. So for this question, to find the compound amount, we must use formula S equal P bracket 1 plus I bracket power of n. And then we fill the numbers. So S equals 3,200 bracket 1 plus 0.06 divide 4 bracket power of 20. And then the answer for compound amount is 4,309 ringgit and 94 cents. This is the answer for compound amount. And the next question is find the interest earned at the end of the investment period. So for these problems, we must use formula I equal to S minus P. So it will be I equal 4,309 ringgit and 94 cents minus 3,200 ringgit. And then the final answer for interest that Hafiz earned is 1,109 ringgit and 94 cents. So let's move on to the next question.
Okay, the next is part A, question 2. Hakim received a bonus of 25,000 ringgit and wants to invest it for 5 years. Two investment options are available. Option X, Amanah Finance, 5.95% compounded monthly. Option Y, Unity Islamic Bank, 6.1% compounded quarterly. Okay, Question, find the future compound amount and interest earned for both options. First, we get the information out to find the option X, Amanah Finance, for the compound amount. Okay. S, future value is 25,000 and annual nominal rate 5.595%. Per-year interest rate is 0.0595 divided by 12, and frequency, it is compounded monthly, which means 12 times a year, and number of interest period in the interest period is 12 times 5 equally 6 periods, and the investment period is 5 years. We solve it by the formula given, which is future value 25,000 multiplied by the quantity 1 plus 0.0595 over 12, rise it to the power of 60. And then we get the final amount, which is the future amount is 33,637 ringgit and 47 cents. Next is interest earned. Interest earned formula I equal S minus P, which I interest earned 33,637 ringgit and 47 cents minus 25,000, which the answer that we already get. And then we get 88,637 ringgit and 47 cents. Okay, for the option Y below, Unity Islamic Bank, the principal is 25,000, the time period is 5 years, and the annual interest rate is 61.1%, and it is compounded quarterly, which means 4 times a year, and 0.061 divided by 4. Okay, total number of compounding period, 4 times 5 equals 20 periods. Okay, so we use the formula like before, which we substitute into the formula with 25,000 multiplied by the quantity 1 plus 0.06 over 4, rise it to the power of 20. Then we get the future amount is 33,837 ringgit and 63 cents. Interest earned, which use formula I equal S minus P, which is 33,837 ringgit and 63 cents minus 25,000. Okay, then we get 8,837 ringgit and 63 cents. Next, number 2, part A, question 2. As Hakim Financial Advisor, recommend the better investment and explain why. As Hakim Financial Advisor, I recommend that he pick an option Y, Unity Islamic Bank, because the compound amount and interest is higher than option X, Amanah Finance.
Now, let's talk about annuity. Annuity is a series of equal payments made at equal intervals of time, such as shop rentals, insurance policy premiums, annual dividends received, and installment payments. In annuity, we have 6 methodology, which is S, A, capital I, R, small letter, and small letter I. S is future value of annuity, known as total saving and accumulated amount of unpaid payments. A is present value of annuity. Capital I is interest amount. R is periodic payment. Small letter N is total number of payments. Small letter I is interest rate per interest period. The next question, part B, question 1. The question is, Rizman made a 10% down payment to purchase an office lot priced at 749,000. The remaining balance was financed through a bank loan to be paid in equal monthly installments of 7,000 with an interest rate of 2.5% compounded monthly. For this question, we have to list down the information that we got. First, we have R 7,000, K 2.5%, we change to 0.025, M is 12, N is 12T because the question not give what is T. I is 0.025 over 12, and for A is 749,000 multiply 10 over 100, and we got 74,900. Then 749,000 minus 74,900, we got 674 and 100. For this question, we have to use this formula, which is A equal to R open bracket 1 minus open bracket 1 plus I close bracket power of negative N divide to I. 674 and 100 equal to 7,000 open bracket 1 minus open bracket plus 0.025 over 12 close bracket power of negative 12t divide to 0.025 over 12. Then we move 0.025 over 12 to the left, so 674 and 100 multiply 0.025 over 12 equal to 7,000 open bracket 1 minus open bracket. We settle this equation, so the answer is 1.0020833333 close bracket power of negative 12t. After that, the answer of 674 and 100 multiply 0.025 over 12, which is 1404.375, will divide to 7,000 equal to 1 minus open bracket 1.0020833333 close bracket power of negative N. The answer of 1464.375 divide 7,000, which is 0.200625, will be subtracted by 1 equal to negative 0.799375. Then we have to change to log open bracket 0.799375 close bracket equal to negative N log open bracket 1.00208333 close bracket. We leave negative N alone, so negative N equal to log open bracket 0.799375 divide log open bracket 1.00208333 close bracket. The answer is negative N equal to negative 107.5595991. More relevant final answer is N equal to 108. For 2 Roman, the question is, after completing payments for 3 months, Rizman fails to make the subsequent 2 monthly installments. How much is the buyer required to pay in the 3rd month to settle all outstanding arrears? For this question, we use this formula, which is S equal R open bracket 1 plus I close bracket power of N minus 1 close bracket divide to I. Then S3, because the question want the 3rd month, so S3 equal to 7,000 open bracket 1 plus 0.025 over 12 close bracket power of 3 minus 1 close bracket divide to 0.025 over 12. So the final answer is S equal to 21,043.78 cents.
The next is part B, question 2. Ilyasa purchased a new motorcycle priced at 38,000 ringgit. He paid a 5% down payment for the motorcycle, and the balance was financed by a bank at 3.97% per annum, compounded monthly. The lower requires monthly payments of 477.50 cents for 5 years. Okay, next is I. If Ilyasa missed the first 2 monthly payments, calculate how much he must pay on the 3rd month to settle off the payments and interest. Then, we have to solve this question by listing down the information that have been given in the questions. We use future value of an ordinary annuity certain formula to solve this question. Then, we add the equal to the monthly payment, which is 477 ringgit and 50 cents, multiplied by a fraction is 1 plus 0.0397 divided by 12 raised to the power of 12 bracket minus 1. And then the bracket evaluates to 4.7548835594. Okay, and then we divide this by 0.0397 divided by 12. And then we got the answer, which is Ilyasa must pay 1,437.24 in the third month. Next is II2. Immediately after paying the 50 monthly payment, Ilyasa wants to settle the balance of the debt which is single payment. How much should this payment be? First, we have to determine how many payments are left. So, the total number of monthly payment is 5 years multiplied by 12 months, which equals 60 months. And Ilyasa has already paid 50 payments. So, the number of payments remaining is 60 minus 50, which equals 10 months. Then, we have to use present value of an ordinary annuity certain formula to solve this question. The amount required to settle the remaining debt is equal to 477 ringgit and 50 cents multiplied by a fraction, which is 1 minus bracket 1 plus 0.0397 divided by 12, raised to the power of negative, which is the number of remaining month 10. The value inside the brackets evaluates to 15.55 and 13C61011. Then divide this by 0.0397 divided by 12. And then we got the answer. For A, which is Ilyasa must pay 4,689.25.